Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sith and Bricks Live. Today's topics are some of LEGO's first wave edition of the helmets, and the next thing we're going to be talking about is my dad's wish list.
Yeah, so today we're going to do a comparison of 3 different busts. We've got Boba Fett, TIE Fighter Pilot, and Stormtrooper. So we are going to do that. We're going to go ahead over here and we're going to get started. Boba Fett. And we have Boba Fett 75277. And this set was an 18 plus set with 625 pieces. This was a 40th anniversary. Is this 40th anniversary of Lego Star Wars?
No, this is the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. This comes in a black box, very similar to some of the other bust and the 18 plus sets. This particular bust is 8.5 inches tall.
This is including the top zooming in thing.
Yep.
Which I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it's 4.5 inches wide and 4.5 inches deep. And the actual build itself, we can see here.
So this is surprisingly accurate to what you see in Return of the Jedi. I mean, how much they're able to put into this surprises me. So I'm going to talk about a couple of the different building techniques that you could find here, and a couple of the negatives and a lot of the positives, because there isn't really that many negatives. So first, I'm just like do it a little down here. Okay, so this set includes one printed piece here, and it is the LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett.
So that's not a sticker?
Nope.
It's an actual printed piece?
Yep. This is the only printed piece that is included in the set, and this is the only helmet so far, in this first wave anyway, that does not include a sticker shoot. This Boba Fett helmet is also not the biggest, but not the smallest. It's like in between the size of the Stormtrooper and the Imperial TIE Pilot. The only issue with this particular model is the zoom in piece, because as you could see, as I'm moving it, it like comes off, and if you try to adjust anything, it just breaks. This one part here.
It's only got 2 studs holding it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Lego could have possibly made that better. I don't know. And the other thing is, let's see if I can get that on camera. Like, okay, yeah, there you go. This antenna piece.
Well, it wasn't. It's not intended to be a play piece. So I think the expectation was it was either up or down. So if you're kind of going back and forth with it,
yeah. But I'm just saying, because while I was building it, I went to go put something on and it fell off.
yeah.
But this part isn't a big issue here. There are a lot of interesting build techniques in this too. I'm gonna start over here on the side. These lines. These yellow lines are actually jumper plates. They are 1x2 yellow jumper plates. When I got this, we got it off of Amazon, and it was missing like half of these jumper plates. So this took me about a month to build because of COVID. I had to wait for the other half of these yellow pieces and some of the green. But it was definitely worth it. I mean, they use jumper plates here, and it is connected by clips that are on each side that connect to a boa that they have you put inside of it at the beginning. And speaking of boas, I'm going to move to the front now. If you do not own the set, you could probably, I'm just wanted to show this here, that these move. That's because they actually used the new Lego Dots shield piece. What they did with these shields is that, I'm gonna move this down so it's not blocking me. Okay, so they have it so then these parts are able to be angled without them being too fragile by using a little bit of Lego Technic in there. And the side here, the side doesn't really have as much as you would think, saying that the other two sides have a lot. But if there's one thing that if you're interested in these helmets, I just want to tell you that be prepared to build a lot of the same thing because especially with the Stormtrooper, you're gonna be repeating a lot of separate steps over and over. So then, sorry, habit. But like, but if if you're into it just for the overall look of the build, I think you'll be perfectly fine with these.
Well, I think there's not a helmet that's out right now that I don't like. I think they all look cool. What's really interesting about this is as you were building it, the I don't know how to put this. The inside, it's like a square of Technic.
It's like a square bracket pieces.
Yeah, you would never know that it was going to be a bust when you were done.
Yeah,
It looks really weird.
like there's a whole bunch of bracket and window pieces, and on one side there's this bar, and you're like, if you ask someone what that was gonna be, I wouldn't be able to answer.
Yeah, you would never know that it was going to end up being a bust when you were building it. So, but I mean, the finished result on these helmets is actually really, really cool. Um, the the detail for a Boba Fett is really nice. The coloring is really cool. I think it's nice that it comes with the plaque. Yeah, and just the changes in the shade of green, and they break it up with the red. It's really cool.
I know this is a personal opinion, but I think they should remake this again, except the Mandalorian one. The
Yeah,
Boba Fett from the. You know what? No, they should make like a Mandalorian helmet.
wouldn't it be? It would be different because
Yeah.
his helmet's not exactly the same as Boba's.
No, Boba Fett.
So
All Mandalorians have different helmets. Sure,
yeah,
they have like the same base, but they're
yeah,
all different in a way.
yeah. So I think yeah, you know what? I would almost guess there's one coming. So
Maybe not this year, but
I don't know.
to
I
come.
don't know. I have no idea. But let's go ahead and get our next our next bust up here. Go ahead.
Okay, TIE Fighter
Ready?
pilot, right?
TIE Fighter pilot.
Set
Yep.
75274, the Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. This set is also a black box, and this was also to celebrate the 40th anniversary of.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Good.
This set has 724 pieces and was also an 18 plus set. It is 7 inches tall, 5 inches wide, and most importantly, 6 inches deep. I say most importantly because, I mean, it is kind of important. I mean, they're all equal. Okay, so let's see if I could get like a spot where you can like see here.
Yeah, the black one's a little bit harder to see on camera, but if you get the light just right, you can see some of the details. Yeah.
It's 4 printed pieces and 2 stickos. I mean, 5 printed pieces, sorry. This set has 5 printed pieces, 2 stickos. These 2 are exclusive printed pieces. The plaque, a UCS feature, but although they're not UCS, which it doesn't matter, I still really like these. The 2 parts that you see here on the mouth, these middle parts, this is printed. And the side parts on these 1x2 tiles, which it's kind of hard to see. Like, there you go. It's like very bright. Those are stickos. Once again, I'm going to go through a couple of the interesting builds that I found while doing this. And first, I'm going to talk about the front. This build uses the same thing as the Boba Fett, where they used the Lego dot shield for some of the shapes. And a couple of the other things that they do here on the front, I'm going to also talk about on the Stormtrooper. So I'm going to leave a little bit of it for the Trooper.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter though, because there are still some interesting pieces. Like right here, the oxygen tank. This is actually a whole bunch of train treads that they put on a bendable pole.
Can we get that closer? Yeah, there we go. There you go.
You can really see train treads, like the wheels of the train now. You could see some of the eyes here. But sadly, there isn't really that much to show here. The bases on these are pretty cool. Let's see if I like move it here. You can see that they actually use tan at the bottom. Just something I thought that was interesting, because you wouldn't expect tan to be in this.
No.
Nope.
No.
So there really isn't that much to talk about. It's a really cool helmet, and if you have this, it looks way better in person than it does on camera. But yeah, I think it's time to move to the Stormtrooper because.
All right.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper it is.
Stormtrooper.
Set 75276, the Imperial Stormtrooper. This set is an 18 plus set, has 647 pieces, is also a 40th anniversary for The Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie, and the black box. Every single helmet is a 18 plus set. This set is also 7 inches tall, 5 inches wide, and it's 5 inches deep. Okay, I'm gonna move it over here. You can see this one way better now.
Yeah, the white shows up a lot better than the black does.
Yeah. So, the front of the Imperial Stormtrooper is a lot like the TIE Fighter pilot, except without the oxygen filter. So, let's not knock Boba Fett. Yeah. So, this also uses the same thing with the Lego Dots shield to make the shape of the mouth get a curve here. This has three printed pieces and 2 stickers. Sorry. Okay. So the 3 printed pieces are these 2 spots here in the middle. It is the plaque. These are the 3 printed pieces, and then once again the 2 side stickers are, sorry, I'm getting my left and rights. Right here. These 1x2 tiles. Mm-hmm. The side stickers.
You said those are stickers?
Yep.
Okay, on the side.
Like, yeah, on the front there are three printed pieces, 2 stickers, and on each side there's 4 stickers too.
Where's the stickers in the front?
It is these 2.
The triangles?
Yep.
Those are stickers?
Yep.
So they printed the other pieces. Hold on. So they printed the other pieces, but these triangles.
Stickers.
Okay.
It's the same thing with this one.
That's strange. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. Bless you.
Okay, that was bad timing.
Watch it.
So, the side, they use some interesting like build techniques here with the slopes. The 1x4 curved slope pieces. Right here. And we also got a lot of the details on here, which I really like. Let's see. Like, my lesson rights over here. Back.
No. Keep it in the middle. Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, so we have on this side the same thing. There isn't really much to talk about for this one, although it's everything about this is okay until you get to the back. Then it looks like a
Looks like a.
It looks like a thing of ice cream.
Yeah.
It's like
or an acorn, like a white acorn.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's a little. The back is the least interesting piece of this for sure.
I think it's a little too thick, but it is Lego. You can't really.
No, but from the front and side, it looks really cool. Yeah, I can't wait till we get to do the other trooper that we have.
Yeah, the second wave, which includes the Darth Maul and the
No, no, no,
Stormtrooper. I mean,
no.
sorry, Darth Vader and
Darth Vader.
Stormtrooper.
Yeah, Vader and yeah. All right. So if we go get a little comparison chart here. So height wise, Boba Fett is the tallest, but I think that's because they included that eyepiece. Because if you put them actually side by side, let me click back over here real quick. It's quite obvious that it is not necessarily the tallest.
So I'm trying.
Yeah, if you put that one down, I actually don't think it's actually shorter than the TIE fighter pilot.
Yeah, it is shorter.
Yeah. So from a height perspective, it's listed as the tallest, but I think the TIE fighter is actually, and it's, oh, that's the other thing too. It said that the TIE fighter and the Stormtrooper were the same height.
Yeah, the
But
Stormtrooper is actually the smallest.
yeah, but if you put them side by side, I mean, it's close. It's close, but I think, so we did this earlier. Let's say, so if I put this, yeah, I mean, it's just barely higher, but I think there's pretty much an estimate here. All right. Width wise, TIE fighter and Stormtrooper about the same. Depth. So the TIE fighter pilot's definitely the deepest, but it depends on, like, I don't know where are they calculating this from? Like, is it from here? Because I don't know where they're getting that extra, like, it's a full,
Yeah, is it here?
because it's a full, let's see, from depth. Yeah, it's a full inch and a half. So they got to be calculating it from here. They're doing the same thing here that they did here from a height perspective.
Like the highest point.
Yeah.
Lowest point.
And then number of pieces, the TIE fighter pilot again has the most pieces by, it's got 100 more than Boba Fett and just under 100 for the Stormtrooper. So yeah, all three of these are actually just really, really cool pieces. What's that? What, on the inside?
Yeah, I think there's a way to like take this back panel off
Oh, there you
and
go.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You can like see how they use this window piece here. Let me put my hand here so you can see that's a window. But yeah, they use these brick bracket pieces and like these different colors to get like the shape. So, and
Yeah.
all they do is that they have you like build all these chunks.
Yeah, so you don't actually get the colors until you get that core piece built.
Yeah, and then they have you like put them on in chunks
Yeah.
throughout the build.
Yeah. So that's actually really cool. All right, what's next? Let's see. Get back over here. What are we doing now?
We are talking about your wish list.
Oh,
Which I 100% agree with.
yes. So we're going to go through my wish list off of lego.com. Now, this is a somewhat realistic wish list. Everything here is under $200.
Yeah, it's not including anything crazy from like Comic-Con.
No. But even on lego.com, there's sets on there that are
like $800.
$700-800 that, yeah, I just didn't put those on here. So this is stuff that's realistic. The first one up is the Ford Mustang. I like this car. I was looking on the website. It doesn't necessarily say what year it is. It just says 1960s.
And I found out what the exact year of this car
What is the year
is.
of this?
It's a 1960 Ford Mustang, and this was not built for any specific purpose other than the fact that the Lego Creator Group just wanted to make a Ford Mustang. I mean, it wasn't an anniversary thing or anything. It was just that they wanted to make a 1960 Ford Mustang. And this car, the specific vehicle, has working doors, back
And that's what
engines.
was confusing me, because it said 1960s Mustang, and if I'm not mistaken, there's no such thing as a 1960 Mustang. So it had to be, like, I think 64. Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, this Mustang, it has walking doors, a realistic.
Was there a 1960 Mustang?
Yep. 1960, 1965 ish.
I don't know. I have to double check on that because I could have swore like 64, 63 was the first year, somewhere in there. But I don't know. I wasn't around.
So,
Um,
yeah, this Mustang has a realistic interior and it has a front and back. And it also has an engine, which is probably the coolest thing about it. It's really realistic. It has an engine, it has like the storage, it has the two doors that actually do open.
so you're
And
okay with this on my list.
yes, this is my dream car, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So not Star Wars, but cool.
Not everything that I want is still.
All right.
That's probably the most surprising thing.
Here's the second one. This is the NASA Apollo 11 lunar lander. I am and have been since I was a kid a fan of NASA space exploration. I think that it's really cool. I think that we've come a long way in a very short period of time in the grand scheme of things. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to where they're going to go from here. I think SpaceX and Elon Musk and some of these other companies out there that are pushing the boundaries of what we already do. I mean, re-landing rockets was unheard of, back in the 80s when I was watching the space shuttle. So, a big fan of this. I think the lunar lander is a really cool piece. It's a really cool. It's a cool display piece.
Yeah, this set was actually retired and brought back. It was so popular and so high in demand that Lego actually had to bring it back and bring it with a different number, because they already retired it, so it couldn't keep its original number. The NASA part of Lego was also a collaboration with Lego City, but that went so well that they also turned it into a Lego Creator series. So this is also one of the very few sets where you could get a lot of like shiny pieces.
Hmm.
This shiny gold piece,
Yeah,
it's really hard to get, and there's also some shiny gold stickers.
and this again, this is a creator piece. So the last one was also. Let's go back.
Yeah, something you may notice. My dad absolutely seems to love the Lego
So
Creator piece.
this was from creator as well, and I was looking this up while you were talking. And 1964 was the first Mustang. So I'm guessing this is a 64. I thought it was a 64, 65. I didn't think they made them back as far as 1960, but um, and I do believe they didn't come out to 64 because I want to say it was a 64 and a half. So it was like halfway through 64 when they came out. But these are, and if you're a car person, forgive me. Um, I love cars, but I'm not that into it. But yeah, I think it was 1964. And what's really neat about this is I used to have a 19, I had a 67 and it had, except mine was red with that same exact stripe down the middle.
Yeah,
So
Mustangs are known for having a stripe.
yeah, so this is really cool. All right, so back to the lander here, and then number 3 on my list. Again, this is a little bit of nostalgia. I was around when the original Ghostbusters came out, so I'm kind of a fan of the Ecto one. I know that there's several iterations of this. Was there a UCS type set for this, or was it just a play set?
They did have a collaboration with Ghostbusters because of the newer movie that was coming out in
Oh,
2016, and it was only a playset. And when that movie came out, they released all their stuff with that movie.
well, what is this one?
And because of this set actually came out because of the newer Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife. So
Okay.
this is not the same Ghostbuster vehicle you see in the first one. This is actually the upgraded one, which is what they talk about later in the movie. After the film, one of the Ghostbuster people actually went through when they upgraded it and changed it and added the ejection seat.
I saw, I think it's Brixie or Jang Bricks. One of the two of them I saw build this, and this is a decent size.
Huge.
Yeah, this is a big build, and what the and I'm stumbling over my words here. There's some cool features to this that I didn't copy down, but like this piece here in the door, it slides.
Yep, it slides out and there's a little button that's hidden inside. If you press it, it
Yeah.
ejects. It has like a little bag of Stay Puft marshmallows. It
And
has a
that little rover dude right there at the rear end of it slides out the back.
if you press the back left light into the thing, it'll let go of the thing. You have to put it in right though for it to work. The steering wheel also works, and if you move it, all of the components on top, including the sniffer, move. And you could also control it using the steering wheel to move the tires.
Definitely a fan of this. When does the movie come out?
The movie is supposed to come out 2021 this year, but who knows? It might be delayed till next year. I mean, the
I
movie's
saw the preview.
done.
The preview looked really cool.
Yeah, the movie's done. It's just
Um, so so far you've liked all three of them.
yes,
Okay, on to the next one.
yes.
This is the Harley Davidson Fat Boy. There's some history behind this one too. And again, this is another creator set.
Like all of these are Lego creator. Like
If this bike was black, it would be the same bike that I actually used to have.
you could make it black.
Yeah,
That's
so
the thing.
I actually used to have a black 2007 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. So this would be pretty slick. I like this bike. It's yeah, again, a lot of what I pick is
It has like a history.
it has a history behind it, or it has a personal thing to it.
Actually does have if you can rotate the wheel on the front by using the steering wheel. It does not actually turn on. It cannot move. It is not a walking
Is there,
vehicle, but you can.
what I don't see, is there a kickstand on this thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you move it, the pistons out inside of this, they actually do move if you
Oh wow,
drive it around. You can't see it very well, but it is there.
it's interesting. So, and what's really cool about this one too is it's only $100. So compared to some of these other ones, like this was 200. The Lunar Lander, I think that one was 100. The Mustang is 150. So this is in the grand scheme of things in Lego money.
Yeah,
this is kind of cheap.
in normal money, 100 would be a lot.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money. And then the next one on my list is the NASA Shuttle Discovery. Now, again,
This one's also exclusive.
yeah. So this one, I think I heard they were going to do Columbia, and I wanted Columbia, and I know they canceled it, I think because of the disaster that happened with the space shuttle. But the reason I wanted it, again, I had a personal attachment to it. When I was in seventh grade, I was the entire school was outside when Columbia launched. We were in Florida. We watched it launch, and we watched it explode live. So when it happened, everybody just kind of sat there looking at each other, and the teachers brought us all inside, turned on the news, and we found out we kind of knew what happened, but we learned about what happened, and it was a horrible day for the space program, a horrible day for all the families of the astronauts, but it was a part of history, and I wish that we could still have history, even though maybe it was something bad that happened.
Yeah,
have a piece of that history and be able to. I wish they done Columbia and not just Discovery.
because supposedly Lego is making a Titanic, so they are like Lego is into these types of things, like trying to make historical events out of the Lego. Like if they're making a Titanic, I don't think it's like impossible for them to make a Columbia.
Yeah, because I mean, there was more than Discovery. I don't remember how many space shuttles there were, but there was what
Like,
Atlantis. No, there was Columbia, Atlantis, Discovery. I think there was. I can't remember. If there was one called Enterprise or not. I know the Navy has a ship called Enterprise. I thought there was a space shuttle with Enterprise too, but maybe not. The Saturn V is a rocket. It's not a space shuttle. Yeah. So anyway, I was kind of hoping that they were going to do Columbia because that kind of ties in again back to my childhood. It was something I remember, and it's a historical moment. And it was a sad day for the shuttle program, but it was history, just like the Titanic. The Titanic was a horrid day for all those people on that ship. But it's history.
These space shuttles actually, they've made space shuttles before in like small poly bags in places. Like they had one that did have it on a truck, but the most recent one isn't even this one, believe it or not. The most recent one is again a Lego Creator, but it's a smaller one. It's like a play scale one that comes with one minifigure.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah.
Oh, that was it. That was the only, believe it or not, that was the only 5 that were actually on my list. Go back to camera 1 here. So, what were there any surprises on my list?
No, I 100% agree with your list.
Was there anything missing that you think should be on the list? No, not for you, for me. Is there something that you think I should have on my list that you think I would like?
Hmm. I'm thinking. There is one, but I can't remember the name of it.
Because there was one other one that I didn't put on the list. It was not a creator series, but I didn't put it on the list because I'm not into. Your brother's actually into it. This particular IP, and it is
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. It's the chess set because I don't play, but I appreciate the craftsmanship and some of the really
Unique.
detailed, expensive chess sets that I've seen. And this one looks super cool. It seems like there's a lot of detail in it. It seems like it'd be a really neat collector's piece. It's something I know maybe your brother would be more into. It's a Harry Potter thing, so it's not really my forte. I like the movies. I'm just not into the Harry Potter Lego. So that was the only one that's not on my list that was kind of iffy for me. That I do like the chess set. It's just not something I thought, well, if I had 5, this one needs to be part of that 5. So the other one's kind of trumped it. So on your list, what do you think is yours a mix of creator and Star Wars and other things, or is it all one genre?
It would be a mix, definitely. Yeah. Like, are we talking about realistic for mine too, or
Oh, wait, what?
are we talking about like realistic for mine too, or because?
Uh, if we're gonna be, yeah, I think we would have to be realistic. So what I was thinking is, we went over this list this time. I'm thinking next time we'll break out your list. We're gonna run through that one.
It's good that I don't mention.
Yeah. Let's hold on to that. We can do your list next time.
We shall.
So,
You know what though?
what?
This is actually a good thing. In the comments, say what do you think? What is on my list? They
No, not only what do you think is on his list, but what is on your list? Your top 5, let's say top 5 wish list, and it doesn't have to be Star Wars. Top 5 wish list under $200.
Although, I do want to say though, like, if you want to know what's probably gonna be on my list, I mean, it's like.
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of Star Wars on there, but yeah. So that is it. That is our list for the day. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? Are we good?
I think we're good. I would like to thank everybody so much for watching our 3rd episode already.
Together?
Yeah. Yeah, this is our
I think it's the 3rd one. Yeah, I think it's the 3rd one.
Thank everybody so much for watching the 3rd episode of Sith and Bricks Live. Good night.